I am 64 years old. For 35 years, I worked as a government nurse. Day shifts, night shifts, double shifts. I missed weddings. I missed holidays. I even missed my own birthday many times. But I never missed one thing: providing for my son. After my husband died in a road accident, my son, Armin, was only 8 years old. I became both mother and father to him. I sold my jewelry to pay his school fees. I walked to work to save bus money. When he wanted a bicycle, I bought it. When he wanted a smartphone, I bought it. When he wanted to study abroad, I mortgaged half of my savings. And when he got married, I gave him the biggest room in the house. I thought I had raised a good man, but I was wrong. After marriage, things slowly changed. His wife, Sana, didn't like me much. She never said it directly, but I could feel it. Small things started happening. She stopped asking me if I had eaten. She moved my kitchen utensils. She changed the house furniture without asking. One day, I heard her whispering to my son, "Your mother controls everything. When will this house finally be ours?" I pretended not to hear, because mothers are trained to ignore pain. One evening, I came back from the market. My suitcase was outside the main door. My clothes were packed. The lock was changed. I stood there for a few seconds thinking maybe it was a mistake. Then my son opened the door slightly. He didn't look into my eyes. "Amy, it's better if you stay somewhere else for a while." "Somewhere else?" I asked calmly. "This is my house. Where should I go?" Sana came behind him and said, "We need privacy. You can stay at the old age home near the mosque. It's better for everyone." Old age home. In my own city. While my son lived comfortably in the house I built. Neighbors were watching. No one said anything. My son placed $5,000 in my hand. "Use this for now." For now. I didn't cry. I picked up my suitcase. And I left. That night, I didn't go to any old age home. I went somewhere else. To my lawyer. You see, there was something my son never knew. The house was never in his father's name. And it was never transferred to him. It was in my name. Only mine. And not just that. The land papers, the bank accounts, the fixed deposits, everything was legally mine. I had never transferred anything. Because somewhere deep inside, I always believed love should not depend on property. But respect sometimes does. The next morning, I returned. Not alone. I came with my lawyer and 2 legal officers. My son opened the door confidently. Then he saw the papers. And his confidence disappeared. My lawyer spoke calmly. "Madam is the sole legal owner of this property. You have no legal claim. If she wishes, she can ask you to vacate immediately." Sana's face turned pale. My son looked shocked. "Amy, what is this?" I looked at him the same way he looked at me yesterday. Without emotion. "This is reality." He started speaking fast. "No, Amy, you misunderstood. We just wanted some space. We were stressed." Stressed? I was stressed when I worked 18-hour shifts. I was stressed when I paid his foreign tuition. But I never locked him outside. I walked inside the house slowly. Everything looked the same, but nothing felt the same. I sat on the sofa and said something they will never forget. "I am not here to fight." They looked relieved. "I am here to inform you." I placed another document on the table. "I have already signed the transfer papers." Sana smiled slightly. Until I finished the sentence. "I have transferred this property to a trust for abandoned mothers." Silence. Complete silence. This house will now become a shelter for women who were thrown out by their own children. My son's voice shook. "Amy, please don't do this." "Where will we go?" The same question I asked yesterday. "Where will I go?" I stood up. You have 2 weeks to find your answer. For the first time in my life, I saw fear in my son's eyes. Not fear of losing me, fear of losing comfort. That hurt more than everything. 2 weeks later, they left. The trust management took over the house. Within 3 months, 5 elderly women were living there. Women with stories worse than mine. Women who were beaten. Women who were ignored. Women who were forgotten. Now, they laughed together every evening in the same living room where I was once told to leave. And me? I moved into a small apartment nearby. Simple. Peaceful.
Mine.
My son tried calling many times. I answered once. He cried. He apologized. But apologies don't erase actions. I told him, I forgive you, but I will not return. Forgiveness gives peace, but consequences teach lessons. Today, I visit the shelter every weekend. I cook for the mothers. We drink tea together. We share stories. And sometimes we cry, but not because we are weak. We cry because we survived. If you are listening to this story, remember one thing. Parents sacrifice silently, but silence should never be mistaken for weakness. A mother can endure everything, but when she stands up, she stands unshaken.